Over McNeil to the left. Now, Duhon in motion right. All alone is Bob Tucker. Tucker out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. I want to just kind of recap this little draft that the Giants had by going over their final 2 picks that they had in the 6th round, and just give you a little bit of my 2 cents worth as we wrap this the draft up and we start looking forward toward the season. The 2 picks in the 6th round. One was pick 196, and then 5 picks later, 201, they had another one. The first one they had was Gary Brightwell, running back from Arizona. Now, guys, I got to apologize. I looked at a few different spots. Okay, one spot said he was 5'11", 218 pounds. And other spots I looked on said he was 6'1", 218 pounds. So he's about 6 foot tall, 218 pounds. Not blazing fast. I think it was like a 4.58 40. I've seen a 4.62 40. You know, so not blazing fast. But one thing I like about him he's from Arizona. But I mean, one thing I like about him is he didn't get a lot of carries throughout his college career, which means there's a lot of tread still left on the tire. I mean, one of the things is, you know, it's nice. It's like, oh my, this guy had, you know, his last 3 seasons in college. Oh my, he had 1,700 yards. He had 2,100 yards in his last season. He had 19. Oh, you know, but his last 3 seasons, maybe the guy might have had like 6, 7, 800 carries, and you know, it's like, wow, that's a lot of wear and tear. It doesn't matter what, you know, that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Now, Gary Brightwell, you know, didn't have that. So he's got a lot of tread left on the tire. So he's a lot of north and south running. He can, you know, get the corner and, you know, get on the outside. However, he's going to need a running back's best friend, which would be a hole. So, you know, well, hopefully the Giants' offensive line obliges. But he's north and south runner. He, what I was reading, and I also saw in some of the videos, he doesn't slow down when he's getting ready for contact. He seems to accelerate sometimes through the contact. He's a good blocker. He can catch the ball as well too. Very, very important. The mighty 3. He can run well. Okay, block and catch. The threesome, the trifecta, very, very important. And also, what I was seeing online is like if there was a special teams unit in Arizona on a football field, he was on them. So he's ready, willing, and able to play special teams, which is huge for him because he's, I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, he's not going to get a lot of carries, but unless somebody gets hurt. But, you know, so you don't want the guy standing on the sideline the whole time. You know, obviously you want him to get in the game. You know, he's going to get in the game. He's going to play some special teams. So that's good. It's very, especially huge because we only got Saquon and Devontae Booker. I mean, we got 2 running backs for the most part. It's so important in this draft to get that 3rd running back. So important, especially since the Wayne Train signed a 1-year deal with the 49ers. So no hope of getting him back. But so that was very, very important. And then with their second pick 201 at Rodarius Williams, a cornerback, all right, from Oklahoma State. You know, in the 6th round, a cornerback, you know, you're not going to be expecting too much from him. He's 6 foot tall, 195 pounds. It is a bit odd. I mean, it's like right now, Azeez Ojulari is 20. He'll be 21 next month. But when the season starts, Rodarius is going to be 25 years old. Wow. So that means by the time when his rookie contract is up with the Giants, he's going to be almost 30 years old. I mean, he's a late bloomer. He thinks a lot of himself, which I'll tell you what, if you're a cornerback, that's important. You want to, he does think a lot of himself. He's willing to stick his head in the run game, make a tackle. If there's like a pulling guard or something, he's willing to go down low, take the guard out, or what, so he doesn't shy away from contact. You got to give him that. He is, he's going to need some coaching. He's not going to be in the starting lineup. I mean, unless we have a lot of injuries, he's going to need some teaching. He's going to need some coaching. Hopefully maybe some of the players can show him a thing or two, whatever, because he's probably going to be a perennial backup if he winds up signing with us and staying on the team for any length of time. He'll also be a special teamer as well. Which is a lot of what these guys are. Some depth and special teams, very, very important. I don't know if I would have gone with a cornerback since they signed one in the third round, but it is what it is. They had to pick somebody, and I guess they thought at the time he was the best player available. This past season, I think he only allowed like 9 completions, and he had 7 pass breakups too. So I mean, not too bad. But I mean, for everything I'm reading, he's just going to be special teams unit guy and just some backup. Now overall, you gotta give a lot of credit here where credit's due. I mean, Dave Gettleman did a very good job. Next year we have 2 firsts, a second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. And we got 10 picks next year. We have, conservatively speaking, 5 of the top 80, 85 picks we have. We can fill some holes. We did very, very good. We got a weapon, a wide receiver. We filled the hole, need running back. We added to with Aaron Robinson with the cornerback depth. That was good. We got 2 edge rushers of need. That's need. That's absolutely fantastic. So it goes to show you. So we have next year it's like Lorenzo Carter. Might be time to have to say bye bye to him because he's going to be off his contract and he's going to want to get paid. Can't blame the guy. I would too. But I mean, it said when you have like Ryan Anderson, maybe he's at $1 million. Cameron Brown, $1 million. Carter Coughlin, like $1 million. Ifeadi Odenigbo, I think he's like 2.5 or so. But I mean, you got Azeez Ojulari. He's on a rookie, second round pick. It's not going to be that expensive. Ellerson Smith. He's on a cheap. So the X-Man. He's about $1 million. You got a lot of cheap guys. And if you got to let Lorenzo Carter go because he's going to want to get paid, and I said, can't blame him. We got all these picks next year. We can certainly pick somebody up in the third round to take his place. Pick somebody up in the third round for maybe, whatever, around $1 million or so. Stay young, stay cheap. As I said, we can fill a lot of holes next year. Now, the one thing is, I don't know, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially people talking about the Giants, is the question about the why didn't we sign anybody in the offensive line? Well, apparently, they had their eye on somebody. I think it was in the third round, but when they were picking, he was taken. So I guess they tried. Dave Galley's not going to reach. It's not like we need a guard. It's the second round. We need a guard. I mean, this guy's got a third round grade, but we gotta get him. So we're going to take him. No, he's pretty much going to stick to the board. And if the guy doesn't have the value at the pick, they're not going to pick him. Now, after the undrafted free agents, right after the draft was over, the Giants got Brett Heggie from Florida. They also got Jake Burton from Baylor. But then again, we got Nick Gates, who turned out to be pretty good in an undrafted free agent. So it is what it is. I mean, you just bring guys in and hopefully maybe, it's not so much, with the Andrew Thomas and the Matt Parrott and the Nate Solder. We got Gates, Hernandez, okay, and then you got Lemieux. You got him brought in Zach Fulton. You got Chris Slade, and you got Jonathan. Is it Harrison? I believe it is. Was from the Jets, I think it was. So you got some guys there, but the thing was, it was like our pass protection was bad last year, and you let your best offensive lineman go, and you're possibly going to be replacing them with somebody who had the worst, Pro Football Focus wise, right, possibly the worst pass protection grade of any guard. Shane Lemieux, you're going to put him in there. And you're kind of hoping that Daniel Jones will work out with these new weapons that we have, but you got to keep the guy upright. So it's kind of like, I hope they know what they're doing. You can speculate all you want. You just don't know what's going on in there. With Rob Sale coming in, Pat Flaherty, I'm sure they know what they got. They've been watching film. They know what's going on. They know what they got. They're willing to roll the dice with the guys that they got, and I hope they're right, because if they're wrong, Dave Gettleman might be, see you later. They got they drafted a couple undrafted free agents, right after the draft was over. Trey Turner's also out there as well. He's 27. He just came off of like $11 million a year deal. So he's not that old. Big thing though is, Dave Gettleman drafted him in Carolina. Maybe we can get him over here. Who knows? He's going to want a little bit of money. Obviously, of course, don't blame the guy. But one of the interesting things is that we saved money, not $11 million, but we saved some money in our draft by trading back from 11 to 20. We saved about $900,000, I believe it was. Then going back from 42 to 50, we saved about $200,000. So that's $1.1 million we saved. Then we had a fifth round pick, which was going to cost us probably about $700,000. We traded that when we moved up in the third round. So we lost that fifth round pick. So that saved us $700,000. So we saved about $1.8 million in the draft by making those three trades. And, we're going to have to pay the piper next year, because next year with our 10 picks, we're going to need well over $10 million. 2 first rounders, we're going to need well over $10 million next year to sign all our rookie class. So that might be another one of the reasons why so huge next year to get all those picks, because, Evan Ingram might have to say bye-bye. Will Hernandez, might have to say bye-bye. Lorenzo Carter, you might have to say bye-bye. Jabrill Peppers, you might have to say, you better keep that guy. I love Jabrill. You better re-sign that guy. But some of the other guys, you're going to have to let them go, because you may not be able to sign them. But if you let them go, you get all those picks next year, 5 in the first 3 rounds that you can start filling some holes with. So that's another thing. But there's still some guards out there. Times can be on the Giants' side, because the longer it goes, some of these guys start getting a little antsy. They start wondering, man, am I going to be playing football this year? Is anybody going to sign me? Their asking price might start coming down a little bit as time starts going by. So, it's kind of bluff. You can just sit there and wait and wait. But, a couple of the guys you might want might get signed by somebody else, if you wait too long. But sometimes if you start waiting, their asking price might start coming down. And Who knows? I mean, we signed all these other guys. Maybe we can come up with a few more $1 million and get maybe somebody like a Trey Turner. He's a good guard. He's a good guard. I mean, it would be a shame for this whole thing to blow up in our faces if our offensive line was absolutely horrible. But we'll have to wait and see. But overall for the draft, I mean, I got to give it a good solid, I'm going to say, a good solid B+. B+, maybe an A-. I mean, I'm not going to A+ now. But a good B+, maybe A-, without doubt. Because, I mean, we got a few good guys, 2 guys that we, of need. Well, the wide receiver, we got another weapon. We got Azeez. We got 2 edge rushers, right? We got added a cornerback, So the guys that we picked, I'm going to say altogether maybe a B+ maybe. What might kick it to make it a solid B+ to maybe an A- is the extra draft picks we got next year. I'm not gonna say we got an A+. We did a great job this year in the draft. We only had 6 picks. I mean, it's not like we got 9 starters or anything like. We have a couple guys who'll be starting for us. Okay, Aaron Robinson might be a backup, might be starting. You're not sure, but so we got a couple starters, which gives it a good solid B+. I said, but to really make it a good B+, maybe an A- is those extra draft picks we got last year. So all in all, it was a pretty good draft. I can't wait. I hate saying this, but I can only wait for next year's draft. 7 picks in the top 4 rounds, boy. 7 picks in the top 4 rounds, boy. We're going to be able to fill some holes next year. I can hardly wait. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there, and go Giants! Woo!